So it's Project Lifesaver. It's been in existence since 1999. It's actually an international program. It's throughout the United States, Canada, and Australia. And pretty much everybody in this part of Ohio is involved with Project Lifesaver. So basically, the receivers that the deputies are using are tracking a receiver or a transmitter which has a unique frequency assigned. So each of the clients that are in the program have their own frequency, and then they can do is take the receiver, set the frequency on that, and then track it. Ideally, it'll track up to about a mile away.
We got about 21 people currently that's set up to use the Project Lifesaver. Today and tomorrow we're training deputies to be able to use the system to track those people if necessary. And it's for people that if they walk away from home, people with Alzheimer's or memory problems or anything like that, those would be the type of people that would be candidates for this type of stuff.
And tell me how that snaps onto the wrist.
So what it is there's like an elastic type band, and it's got perforations in it. And what they can do is like a little tiny nipple. You set that on there, and then what you can do is snap that shut. And once it snaps, you can't open that up at all. It has to literally be cut off with like scissors.
And there've been quite a few instances of where this has actually saved people.
Oh yeah. I come from Erie County. We've had, since our inception in 2013 in the program, we've had actually 4 true saves. Realistically, we've probably been out 20 to 30 times as far as getting calls, but they've been located before we've actually had to use the equipment. So this type of antenna, it's a Yagi, which is a directional antenna. So if you noticed how when it's right here in front of it, it's very loud, but as you turn the antenna away, the direction is a different angle and the signal becomes less. So what they're actually training to do is actually go where that signal's the loudest. There's different bands that they can set for like long distance, and then as they get closer they can kind of hone in. I compare it to a piece of pie. So say they've been gone for a while, your piece of pie is way out here. As you get closer it gets louder, so now you can kind of bring your band in. So by the time you're done, literally you can take that, and as you just saw there, you can be almost a foot, 2 foot of difference. You hear a distinction with the signal.
Now how far does this reach out?
Ideally, it's supposed to reach up to about a mile. For whatever reason, terrains, the foliage, things like that will play an effect. Another big problem that you have is deflection, but that's what they're out here now trying to do is compensate. And okay, we got deflection, but where's that signal coming from? And then they hone in from there. What they can do is normally like they'll wear it on their wrist like this, and there's a band where it snaps on. Some of the clients are kind of fidgety about this kind of thing, so we may put it on their ankle. We actually had a child that was in the program years ago back in Erie County, and skin sensitivity issues, and he was actually, we put it on his shoe. We laced it through his shoelaces.
Well, that's pretty cool.
You got to get innovative.
That's right.
Did you have the Omni on?
Yeah, we had the one on the
There's what they call the Omni. It's an antenna that goes on the car, but it only does a radius. It doesn't do like this where it's a directional.
But we didn't back up.
But you got it right. Yeah, right. So you're supposed to stop as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Obviously in a safe area. But by the time you got down there, you lost the signal.
Yeah.
Okay, we just finished our first one. So each time we do a scenario, one of these guys will be like the team leader and instruct where they have to go. Joe.
When was the last time Joe was seen?
It's been about 2 hours.
2 hours?
Average person walks 4 miles in 1 hour.
So we can be an 8-mile radius. All right. What is the frequency that their device is on?
216,
Okay.
decimal 718.
Did he used to work in the city here around where we're at right now?
He was another one of those guys that worked for the city doing mowing.
Worked for the city.
More like the recreational parks.
All right.
There was one park somewhere west of here. I can't remember the name of it, but that's kind of where he used to hang out a lot.
West of the city?
Well, west of here.
Was it Brookside or Brookside, one of the Brookside parks?
I don't remember that name at all. No.
Are there any ponds or anything that you remember?
No.
Do you ever go there?
It's back off the main road that we were on.
Okay. Do you know the description of clothing and everything that he was wearing last?
Kind of like a teal long sleeve shirt, tan pants,
Teal shirt, tan pants.
funny looking hat.
All right, everybody's got the frequencies?
He'll probably
All right,
get there before we will.
probably. Okay, so I don't know what you guys are thinking. I'm thinking Brookside. One of our cars should go straight down Main Street. Who wants to do that one?
You tell us.
You want to go straight down Main?
Sure can.
All right, who else is driving? Us, and then you guys.
Don't forget Congrove by Linwood.
Oh, that's a good one.
That doesn't sound familiar.
You guys want to go right back around the bypass, hit Cleveland, maybe take Cleveland up that way?
Sure.
And I guess we'll wrap around, again, we'll go around 42 or something, and we'll come in kind of from the south end, and we'll come down, kind of converge on the west side of town over there.
Very good.
Sound good? All
What
right.
he did now is he switched antennas, so he took the one that's attached right on the unit itself on the receiver and disabled that, and he's running that cable that's there, and it goes up to an antenna that's up on the roof. But that only does like a radius. It doesn't give you an actual directional at all.
By directional, it just means that it gets a louder beep.
Like what you saw earlier, whereas the one that's on the roof right now, if you get within like a quarter-mile radius of it, it'll pick up a signal, but you won't know what direction that signal is coming from. So that's when you actually have to stop, switch, and put the directional antenna, connect that back on here, and actually move the unit around, the receiver around, to get a signal and see which way it is. So right now, it doesn't make any difference which way he's pointing at, because that's not actually the antenna he's using. Most agencies are using the 3000s because they're smaller and compact. What's the worst thing you see around here right now to affect us getting a signal?
Power lines.
All these power lines, yep. That'll create some interference as well.
And you say you can't drive faster than 25 mile an hour?
Well, for this antenna to work properly, right. Good, somebody got a signal. For about 3 hours.
3 hours. Any places he likes to frequent?
He used to raise horses,
Okay.
so he likes where there's horses and that.
Did you guys hear that? He likes horses, farm animals. So,
Especially sheep.
especially sheep. All right. Any other hobbies that he has or anything like that?
No, he used to just help out with maintaining the animals, grooming them, things of that nature.
All right, guys. Trying to think of
Fairgrounds.
Ashland County Fairgrounds. Did he used to show any animals or anything like that at the fair?
Possibly, but it's been quite a few years.
Yeah. What is the frequency?
216.144.
Okay.
That's cool. Yeah.
Now, if it had been a person, they'd have definitely found it by now.
yeah,
But
they
this
would've
is
found
like
the person.
pinpoint accuracy, ain't it?
Exactly.
Keep going to the strong, turn it down.
Yep.
Keep going straight, and it just led me straight to it.
He was here at the fairgrounds. My sister took him home. He stays over at the Brethren Village, and they said they never saw him come back in.
If it doesn't get any stronger, I'm not going to do it.
Here we go.
I'll pull off into the animal hospital here.
Hammond, you want to let them know we got a signal? Good circle.
Right there. Right
Pick
there.
up some weed.
Sweet.
Cons.
Pretty good. Pretty accurate. Yep.
It's just me out here. You can tell me what we did wrong or what we should have done different. Had I known, are there more metal buildings here at the fairgrounds? Or are they mostly wood buildings or a mixture of?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch.
The more metal buildings, the better it is. That just deflects everything.